this is the blueprint as to how to build a championship team around the heliocentric guy or this type of guy.
Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are a better offensive duo than LeBron and Kyrie. Book it!
Just an impressive showing from the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic averaging 33-7 or 33-8-9, 3 steals, playing great defense, all block. 46 from the field, 41 from the 3. I actually don't, and that's what's crazy. This year has been like a down year playoff wise for Luka. Kyrie filling out that B role very, very well. 28, 4, 5, a steal, 53 from the field, 44 from 3. PJ Washington chiming in 13, 8. Daniel Gafford doing it big, 10, 6. Derek Lively, our guy Derek Lively, 10, 8. I want to pull up the lob numbers while y'all have the conversation, but the lob numbers are insane.
Derek Lively got like 40 lobs, bro.
Yeah, I've got another message and it's coming. But Damo, tell us what you're seeing out there from the Dallas Mavericks.
Just playing good basketball, man. Luka, being the great player that he is showing if you give him help what the outcome is. Kyrie Irving. Hey, who would have thought if he just focused on basketball, if the story was just basketball, the kid's a great basketball player. Who would have known? Obviously, everyone knows my sentiment. This is the biggest showing of a lot of these front offices being ass. A lot of these teams are ass. I'm about to start pointing my fingers at the front offices before the players because there's no way a guy like Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington, 2 integral pieces to a possible playoff team, at trade deadline, and they were just wasting away in Washington and Charlotte. Oh, and while we're going, I'm sorry. Can you please cue the hot take music? Because I just want to get mine out the way now. It's ironic that we're here. Yeah, over on Twitter, after that magnificent game, Daniel Gafford went out there, gave some good minutes. Sorry, DMV guys, but you guys are
the
down.
Day I die. Why the fuck?
I see this on my timeline. I see this. Friend of the show, don't know his name. He is a DMV resident though, but this is what I see.
Still Bear, tailed by McDaniels.
Do Gafford understand? Like, I'm gonna say this to the day I die. Why the fuck wasn't you playing like this with the Wizards, bitch? Why wasn't you playing like this with the Wizards? When DC needed you, you wasn't there.
Now, as crazy says that
5 points and 3 rebounds.
Crazy says this because Sage, and you're a DC guy. When has the city ever needed him? When was the city in need of Daniel Gafford? You tell me. When y'all need him?
So for context, yeah, funny enough, Omar's trolling, but he's not wrong. I guess if John Wall and Daniel Gafford were somehow lined up in their careers, maybe. But when I look at the Washington Wizards during their tenure of Daniel Gafford there, I saw a lob threat. I saw a shot blocker. And you know what I didn't see? A point guard. I'm sorry. Hey, DC fans, let's keep it a bean. You niggas was not watching. You're still not watching Corey Kispert. What are we doing? These niggas not watching DC basketball right now. As a motherfucker that's been to 3 DC games, stadium's empty as hell, and all in fill away games, bro. What are we doing?
And I bet you didn't see this nigga there, but he's on the internet yelling about, why wasn't you this for us? You don't even know who us is.
Catching lobs and blocking shots and getting bored.
Who's throwing the lobs? Let me ask, if you needed him this bad, because he's doing this in close games, when were the games close?
For anybody that will comment,
not too much.
For anybody that will comment, they did have a point guard. Brad Wanamaker in one game there had 7 assists. Bradley Beal averaged 6.5. Take that at what you want. Ish Smith for 44 games averaged 6. Those are the top.
I thought y'all needed Jordan Poole. Y'all needed Daniel Gafford this whole
That was
time?
in 2021-22. 22-23, the numbers went down. Bradley Beal led the team in assists with 5.4. Monte Morris was second with 5.3, and DeLon Wright with 4.
Let me show this before B-Souls gives his 2 cents. Most alley-oops dunks in the 2024 playoffs. This is the most by a playoff team since 2001. 45. The next is Denver with 9, and the next is OKC with 8. B-Subs, what you seeing out there, my guy?
Dallas, the amount of lob threats Dallas got is actually crazy, and with the playmakers that they got is insane. Hey, listen, man, I think it actually got cut out of the pod. I said it, man, but I guess hot take of the week, man. I got it.
The most pseudo hot take of the week session of all time.
Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are a better offensive duo than LeBron and Kyrie. Book it.
I mean, duh.
Yeah. Oh, now it's duh. Oh my God. Now it's duh.
I never doubt
Yeah. It's a hot take. It's making y'all mad.
I never
that
doubt.
Luka and Kyrie are really this good.
Yeah. It's obvious.
That was crazy.
Luka Doncic is better than LeBron, and Kyrie is the same.
Well,
You would have to say that Kyrie got that much worse, which I can hear that maybe.
this is from Tim Bontemps.
To me, but before you go, to me, it's just the differences between Kyrie now and Kyrie back then. Unless you think the gap between LeBron and Luka offensively is like so crazy, which you might. But I just think if the gap between LeBron and Luka is like this, the gap between Kyrie now and Kyrie back then is probably like this. I can't lie.
Guys, the NBA playoffs are heating up, and I am excited to bring to you Prize Picks, the best way to play daily fantasy sports. All you're going to do is download the app, go to the website, and then you're going to select your players and make some picks. I'm going to go Evan Mobley, more on points, easy one. And I'm going to go Devin Booker, less on his PRA. I'm going to put some money in, $1 million. I'm going to go ahead and hit place entry.
And if you use code LKIB, Prize Picks will match up to 100% on your first deposit up to $100.
Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this episode. Through 3 games this series, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, 181 points on 63 for 120. That includes 20 for 48, 42% from 3. These aren't easy shots, guys. Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, 111 points. 37 for 110, which is 34% from the field. And then an abysmal 10 for 43, which is 23.3 from 3 this series. I do want to continue down this. I just want to circle the block real quick and just piggyback off of what Damo said. Well, actually, I'll continue. Luka and Kyrie seem to have a really great connection. I think that this is, it's faring very well. Luka Doncic had some words of wisdom to say about it.
A lot. Just right now, when we were winning by 9, last possession, I told him I'm tired of shit. He told me that's the way it's supposed to be, And he brought that calmness for our team to me, the maturity, and it's been unbelievable to have him on our team. Just learning from him every day, positive energy always. So just a blessing having him on our team.
I gotta smile every time I look at him. That guy's good at basketball.
That's the embodiment of my joy.
I agree with what Damo said earlier. Kyrie is a good glue guy. The lies that were being told about Kyrie were just so abysmal. And we're gonna get into you in a second, Stephen A. Because I just want to talk about
cancer shit, bro.
Yeah, the locker room cancer, all that. It was terrible. I do want to say this though before we get back into the lies. Damo, you're right. This is the blueprint as to how to build a championship team around the heliocentric guy or this type of guy. Now, the reason why we put them in championship conversations, I don't know, what I'm saying about them in the next series, presuming they get to the next series. But if teams like Atlanta don't look at this, if teams like Phoenix, because they should have did this with Devin Booker, look at this. If teams like Charlotte don't look at this, especially when you have an opportunity presented with you and Alex Sarr and getting a wing that could catch a lob and just some of these guys that are just sitting there. This is the most talented era, yet y'all have so many deficiencies on some of these teams. It doesn't make any sense. It never makes any sense. It never has made any sense.
You know what?
I would argue that Atlanta actually tried to build this way. They just
did
not
you
work.
don't know why?
The running mate was DeJounte Murray. The lob thrower was Clint Capella.
Clint Capella was 40.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
Yeah, nah.
Still good.
They held on to him too long.
Wrong.
John Collins of the world.
They didn't get enough defense for me. They didn't.
Yeah, that's the problem. They did it. They did it bad, and the personnel just wasn't. The difference between Trae Young and DeJounte Murray and Kyrie and Luka is that. But people are trying out the blueprint. It's just
DeAndre Hunter's, man. Like, but where's DeAndre Hunter in this blueprint? Like, what's making you say, yeah, this is another guy we gotta have? No, you should have been moved him. Like, I'm not mad at. I mean, I don't know. I will have to find an example of a team that's like hitting niggas out of there like carousels. They can't use them. But there's teams where they're just making shit work. Like, I applaud the Miami Heat. Like, they make shit work because we're talking about guys who get this bad perception. This is the same thing that happened with Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler finally got to Miami, these are the same conversations we were having. This guy that's supposed to be this locker room cancer, this bad guy, this bad perception, but he gets in this environment with a team that's actually building the right way, building around them, getting role players that fit, do their job, have a coach they believe in, and it's a total different story overnight.
They paid John Collins. They weren't serious. But for me, the last team to try something close to this, actually the Memphis Grizzlies. They have Triple J, guy that he's not the best. He's not really known for a lob threat guy, but then you have a legitimate number 2 in Desmond Bane, point guard, John Morant, yada, yada, yada. This formula been there though. And it's a formula of a team that everybody's nostalgic for. Everybody remembers, but niggas ain't really tried it again. That 2018 Houston team, man. I mean, if it's not the most one-to-one shit with the Dallas Mavericks, Japanese Hall of Fame, in my personal opinion. Outside of the Brooklyn Nets to a degree prior to the tripling down trade. Yeah, I think that a lot of times we're so results oriented to winning a championship that we forget the context. Dog, that Rockets team, the only reason that shit didn't work is they played the greatest team of all time. I would have mirrored that shit.
No. The other difference, James Harden not as good as Luka Doncic.
Of course, nobody is. That's a fact. When we do these best player in the world conversation, all-time conversations, I don't count Luka because I think that's just like, duh.
I'm a Rashard McCann. Put him to the side.
Yeah. Luka's he's not a basketball player. He's not an NBA player. He's Luka Doncic. Now let's talk about LeBron and KD.
Wait, let me ask. You take this Luka and put him on that 2018 Rockets. They're getting to the finals?
Yeah.
He
making 1-3 in Game 7.
Now come on, bro.
He's making one shot. They're not going to score.
If you think I'm trolling on this specific take, I can't help you. Yes.
He's going to score the basketball.